Hello, class 11th student. Today I'm going to discuss chapter 3 from your book Microeconomics. Topic is consumer equilibrium utility analysis. In this chapter we are going to cover these topics. First is who is consumer utility, cardinal and ordinal measurement, total utility, marginal utility, DMU, consumer equilibrium in case of one good, two good, okay, and limitations. So first of all, what do you mean by consumer? A person who consumes goods and services for direct satisfaction of want is considered as a consumer. All of us who takes birth and who stay on the earth is consumer. Why? Because all of us are consuming something like a new baby. There is need of diaper and other thing, so he is also the consumer. Okay, now utility is a want satisfying power of a commodity. So remember this word, want satisfying power of a commodity. Every good and every service is having utility. Remember, when you search the meaning utility in dictionary, so there is usefulness, but in economics utility does not mean usefulness. Utility means satisfaction. What is satisfaction gain from the consumption of any good or any service. Like you are a student, so you get satisfaction when you purchase your textbook of commerce. You are having pen, pencil, stationery item. Okay, you are not going to get satisfaction from the science stream book. So utility is what? Utility is the power that we find in a good, and because of this a good is able to fulfill a basic need. So every good is able to complete or satisfy a particular need. So this is known as a utility. Now there are some important characteristic of utility. First is utility depend upon urgency or intensity of want. You are going to get utility or not, least or maximum, it depend upon intensity of want. Intensity means how a thing is important for you. Emergency, okay. Desire of getting anything is known as an intensity. Like if you are going to give the examination, your unit, so that time your phone, okay, your copy, your pen is going to have maximum satisfaction in compared to any other good. That time when there is your unit test conducted, if a friend call you for cricket match or for any other thing, so you are going to say no. It's mean utility depend upon intensity of want. Now here is given pen gives more utility in time of duration and less utility in summer vacation. Utility is subjective. Subjective means it change person to person, place to place and time to time. Okay, how? If you're hungry, so you get satisfaction from chapati, sabji and other. But if you are not hungry, you are not going to get any satisfaction. Okay, same way time. When you are taking online classes and when you are taking offline classes, your requirement totally change. In your online classes, phone is most important thing, but when you are taking offline classes, your uniform, your bag is most important thing, and that time phone is not allowed to you. Okay, now it depend upon places also. Yeah, it change according to that. Like when you are going to temple, yeah, when you are going to a hospital, when you are going to a school, when you are going to join a party, your need changes. Okay, now utility is measurable. So utility we can measure in a two way. First is cardinal and second is ordinal. Cardinal means number. Okay, and this is given by Marshall. According to this approach, we can measure utility in terms of 1 2 3 number, and we are going to measure it in utils. Okay, like if you are going to eat one apple, so you are able to tell how much utility you are getting when you had finished your apple. Okay, now second approach is ordinal utility approach. So Marshall has told कि we can measure utility in definite number, but Higgs, who has given this approach, Higgs and Allen discarded this approach. According to them, we can't see utility. Utility is a psychological thing. You are happy, you are sad. Nobody can see it. Anyone can feel it by your expression. But how much you are sad, yeah, how much you are happy, no one can explain. And you also cannot explain it. Why? Because it is a matter of feeling. Okay. So Higgs and Allen explain that कि utility is a matter of feeling, it is a psychological thing, then how we can measure it exactly. So he tell that कि we can measure utility in qualitative order, like we can give rank first, second, third. Like you are eating one apple and one banana, so you can tell which is giving you more satisfaction, yeah, both are giving you same level of satisfaction, so you can tell this, but you can't tell exact utility you are getting from the eating apple or eating banana. Now next is utility is not essentially useful. Already I had told you कि when you search the meaning of utility in dictionary, so it's mean usefulness. Like when you eat apple, you get satisfaction and also health. Okay, when you eat every day one apple, so there is no need to go to a doctor. Eat apple every day, avoid doctor. Sometime there is a phrase, so that is usefulness. But in economics, utility is found in every good, in every service. Okay, like in drugs, when a person is taking alcohol, yeah, any other things, so that person is going to get maximum satisfaction from it, but it is not useful, it is not good for his, yeah, her health, and it is not also good for the society. Same way gambling, a person if he is addicted of the gambling, so he enjoy it and he gets maximum satisfaction, but it is not good for him, for his family and for the society. So ultimately utility means just satisfaction. Why? Because every good and every service is able to fulfill a basic need, so this is the utility. Now when we talk about the utility, the concept of utility is explained with the help of total utility and marginal utility. What is total utility? So total utility means what? Total satisfaction. Okay, from all units. Okay, so it is the total satisfaction from the consumption of given quantity of a commodity at a given period of time. Suppose if you eat 3 apple, so from eating the 3 apple, if you are getting 100 utils, so it is what? Total utility. Okay, now marginal utility is what? Marginal utility means extra utility. Marginal means what? Extra. So marginal utility means extra utility that a consumer receive after consumption of one more unit. So when you use one more unit, so whatever utility you get, that is known as a marginal utility. So how we calculate it? Total utility minus previous utility. Okay, like in this example, from eating 3 apple you are getting 100 util. When you eat 4 apple you get 120. So how much you are getting from the 1? So when we subtract 120 minus 100, so we get 20. So this is what? Okay class. Now so I think you are able to understand total utility means total satisfaction, and marginal utility means additional utility that you gain from consumption of one more unit. Okay, now relation between TU and MU. Okay, one thing I want to explain you, whenever you eat something, yeah, you consume something, initially you get more satisfaction. As you consume, you get least satisfaction. Like you are too much thirsty, when you drink one glass of water, you feel maximum satisfaction. From the next, not that much. Why? Because your desire to drink the water has partially fulfilled. So that is the reason. Which type of relation we find between TU and MU? So we can see here ki from the beginning and at the end TU is falling, but we can divide it in three way. So till here TU is falling positively, here MU is 0, and here MU is negatively falling. So till MU is falling positively, TU increases. ठीक है, you can see 10, 18, 24, 28, 30. So TU increases till MU falls positively. When MU is 0, TU is maximum, and when it become negative, TU started to decrease. So this relation we find between MU and TU. So here this is written, when MU is positive, TU rises. When MU is 0, TU is maximum. When MU is negative, TU falls. Here same thing is given on the basis of the diagram. You can see here कि at the fifth here MU is negative and TU is maximum. After fifth point, TU started to decrease and MU become negative. Okay, until the Q point TU increases and MU is a positive number. Okay, now second thing that we are going to discuss in this chapter is law of diminishing marginal utility. Till now we had learned what is utility, want satisfying power of a commodity. Okay, then total utility means total satisfaction. If we consume 4 unit, whatever satisfaction, that is total. When we consume one more, so whatever utility you receive, that is marginal. Now here we are going to just discuss about marginal utility. What feature we find? We find that marginal utility decreases as we consume more. So this is known as a law of diminishing marginal utility. Okay, so here is given law of diminishing marginal utility state that as we consume more and more unit of a commodity, the utility derived from each next unit goes on decreasing. Okay, now law of DMU has universal applicability, apply to all goods and services. This law was given by the German economist H.S. Goosen, and this is why it is known as a Goosen's first law of consumption. Why it happened? What is the reason behind it? The reason is that the intensity of desire to have a good, intensity to use a good started to decrease as more and more standard unit of commodity are consumed. As we consume a good, our need for that product started to partially fulfill. So that is why our satisfaction that we are receiving started to decrease. So this is law of diminishing marginal utility. In very simple, as we increases our consumption, we get less satisfaction. So this is law of DMU. Now this is applicable when we follow two conditions. What are these two conditions? Standard amount of consumption, standard unit of commodity. Like if we talk about a cup of tea, so we are not going to discuss about a spoon of tea. If we want to check this law, it really applicable. So first thing we have to keep in mind कि we always take a standard amount. Like if you are talking about the eating chocolate, so we are not going to eat one bite, one whole chocolate, okay? Or continuous. Next is continuous consumption. There should be no break, okay? Then this law definitely apply. Now here is given explanation. Suppose a person is thirsty, price of water is 0, means there is no need to pay any money. A glass of water give him satisfaction. We can say the first glass of water has greater utility. Then he takes second glass. Now utility is less from the first one. Utility decline. Why? Because his need of water has partially fulfilled. When he drink third glass of water, he gets less satisfaction. Why? Because of diminishing. Utility goes on diminishing. Why? Need for water is decreasing. So it is the position of consumer are maximum satisfaction. If the consumer is forced further to take one glass of water, it leads disutility. A person who is drinking glass of water continuously 3, he cannot drink fourth glass of water, okay? If you are going to force him, so it is going to create disutility. Disutility means just opposite. He is going to feel unrest. Maybe there will be vomiting, so such type of problem. Okay, now here after that it become negative. So in short, when a good is free, a consumer increases consumption good so long it additional unit provide him positive marginal utility. Now explanation of DMU with the table and diagram. You can see here, he from the one class he is getting 20 utility, second 32, third 40, fourth 42, fifth 42 and sixth 39. So from each glass how much he is getting, that is marginal utility. From the first 20, second one 12, third 8, then 2 and fifth glass 0 and after that -3. Okay, this is a point of saturation when there is 0, mu is 0 and this is disutility and this is utility. Okay, I will write here. So till here this is area of utility. Here it is a point of saturation and here it is the area of disutility. Okay, utility means he is getting something from the consumption. Saturation, when you say no, so that time your total satisfaction is maximum. You can see TU is 42. After that this is disutility, yani ki your satisfaction, total satisfaction decreases. So here you can see mu, okay, it is downward sloping. Here mu is 0, here negative and before that it is falling but positively. Now the last part of this chapter we are going to discuss consumer equilibrium with utility analysis. So when we talk about the consumer equilibrium with utility analysis, so we have to learn in case of one good, in case of two good. Okay, so in case of one good, first of all, what do you mean by consumer equilibrium? So consumer equilibrium refers to a situation in which consumer spend his income on the purchase of a good in such a way that gives him maximum satisfaction. It will happen when sacrifice is equal to satisfaction, यानी कि marginal utility of X good is equal to price of X. Marginal utility is equal to price paid for the commodity, where MUX in terms of rupee is equal to price of X in terms of rupee. That point is considered as a consumer equilibrium point. Why? Because here total utility is maximum. Okay, now why only this point? So here is the answer. If MUX is greater than PX, यानी कि MUX represents satisfaction और PX represent sacrifice. sacrifice. ठीक है. So here you can see mu is greater than price, यानी कि satisfaction is greater than price. In that condition, what? I am paying 2 rupees but I am getting a good of 4 rupee. So I am in the profitable condition. It's mean consumption, I am going to increase the consumption. So the consumer is not in equilibrium because satisfaction is greater than sacrifice. So he goes on buying till MUX become equal to PX. Now the second condition is that कि MUX is less than PX, यानी you are paying more getting less. So this is the condition of loss. So in this condition you decreases the consumption of X. So consumer is in not equilibrium, his sacrifice is greater than satisfaction, so he will reduce his consumption till MUX become equal to MUX. Now its explanation with the help of the table and diagram. So here this table is based upon 3 assumptions. First is MU falls as law of DMU operate. As you consume more, you get less satisfaction. Price is 2 rupee. MU of a rupee is 2 utils and price is 3 rupee. Now this is the quantity of X good and this is the utility derived from consumption of every good. Now we have to search a point where MUX is equal to PX, but when we want to compare, both should be in the same unit. So we are going to convert it into terms of money. How? We are going to use the equation MU utils upon MUM. By using this equation we are going to convert. So here you can see MU of a rupee is equal to 2 utils. So we are going to divide all these number by 2. So we get MU in terms of rupee. Now we have to compare these two to find out consumer equilibrium. We can see that at the 3 unit we are paying 3 rupees, we are receiving satisfaction worth 3 rupees. So this is the point of consumer equilibrium. There is no loss, no gain. Before this, paying 3 rupees, getting satisfaction worth 2, yani gain of 2 rupees. Paying 3 rupees, getting satisfaction worth 4 rupees, yani gain of 1 rupee. So in this condition, we consume more. Now, okay, so this is your consumer equilibrium point. And after this, we can see कि paying more, getting less satisfaction. So this is the area of loss. And this is the area of gain. And here no loss, no gain. Why? Because sacrifice and satisfaction both are equal. So here consumer is in equilibrium. So that is given here. Now, explanation with this diagram. Price is represented and marginal utility in terms of rupee is represented on OY axis. And on O axis, unit consumed by a consumer. You can see here that price line and MU both intersect at E point. Yani when consumer is consuming 3 units. So this is point of equilibrium. Why? Because price and MU both are equal. Before that, consumer consume more, and after that consumer decreases consumption because he face loss. Now, consumer equilibrium in case of 2 goods. So when we explain consumer equilibrium in case of 2 goods, so it is always explained with the law of equimarginal utility. Okay. According to this law, a consumer gets maximum satisfaction when ratios of MU of 2 commodity to their respective price are equal. Yani MUX upon PX is equal to MUY upon PY. Next, DMU must operate, yani ki when you consume more, you get less satisfaction. total expenditure must be equal to money income. It's mean that P1 x1 plus P2 x2 is equal to M. This condition and this condition, where both the conditions are satisfied, that point is considered as a consumer equilibrium. Now, why not other point is consumer equilibrium? So we are going to discuss. If suppose MUX upon PX is greater than MUY upon PY, so in this case a consumer gets more satisfaction from the X good, okay, in compared to Y. So in such a case he buy more of X and less of Y, and this will happen till both become equal. Now if MUX upon PX is less than MUY upon PY, it's mean a consumer gets more satisfaction from Y, so he consume more Y. And how much Y? When this ratio become equal to each other. So when the both ratio is equal, that is the point where consume don't react, and this is the point of consumer equilibrium. Now we are going to explain it with the help of diagram. So you can see here the law of DMU is applicable, and price of X is 2 rupees, price of Y is 4, and total money up consumer is having 14 rupees. So in this table you can see MUX is 10,86420 minus 2. Price for every commodity the consumer is paying 2 rupees. Now ratio MUX upon PX, so 10 upon 2 5, 8 upon 2 4, 6 upon 2 3. Okay, so here you can see ki ratio has been calculated, okay, by dividing price. Now this is the number of units of Y good, and this is the utility derived from consumption of Y good, and this is the price paid for Y good, and this is the ratio. Okay, sorry. Now you can see here ki when a consumer is consuming 1 unit of X good, he is getting 5, and the ratio of 5 we get when he is consuming 3 good of Y. So condition 1 we are going to check. So MUX upon PX, MUY upon PY, the 10 upon 2, 20 upon 4, 5 5, yani condition first is satisfied. Now condition 2 is income or expenditure both should be equal to each other. So we are going to put the value on this equation. So 2 multiply 1 and 4 multiply 3, yani ki 14 he is expending, 14 he is having. So both the condition satisfied. So in this way a consumer will be in equilibrium when he is consuming 1x and 3y. So hence both the condition are fulfilled. Equilibrium is determined when the consumer buy 1 unit of X and 3 units of good Y. Now this explanation with the diagram, and here the table and diagram is taken from your book. So here you can see that the price of both the good is 1 rupee. So ratio is going to be the same. So ratio इसीलिए calculate नहीं किया गया है, ठीक है. Now you can see कि 10 when 4 unit is consumed, so MUX is 10, and Y की जब वो 6 unit consume करता है. So in this way the ratio become equal to each other. Okay, now here you can see कि this is the MU of X and this is the MU of Y. Both are intersecting at the point Q. So this is your consumer equilibrium point. Okay student, thanks. And if you are having any doubt, you can ask in online classes.